It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Atlanta Falcons. The new era of Carolina football begins. The Panthers and Falcons underway to begin 2023. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Ready. Strike it. Blue strike. Set.
Going play action. Ritter. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Falcons. 75 yards. And the Falcons are on the board here first in the season opener.
Oh my God, so stupid.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he's been working in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also
This shit's too long to be doing that play.
You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback.
Good drive, bro. Really get the first play. Really get the first play.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. They may want to go back to that. The first play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. But there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Red, cycle. Green back.
Young off the play fake. It's caught by Sanders. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down. So week one is upon us. Frank Reich making his debut as Panthers head coach. He's tapped Bryce Young to get the nod here on opening day. And I think nowadays, Charles, if you're the #1 overall pick, the expectation is that you're going to be running the show right from the start.
I agree with that totally, and I support it, because if I'm drafting guy #1, I'm going to do everything possible to get him ready to go right out of the gate. And it has worked out fairly well for the last three guys who are in that position. Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow, and Trevor Lawrence. All three have led their teams to the playoffs, with Burrow getting his team to the Super Bowl.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Another run with Sanders. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Eluding the pressure line. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Decent run, maybe hoping for a little bit more. Does those set up third and manageable?
And every play that's run, if it's blocked perfectly and executed perfectly, it's set up to go for a touchdown, right? But I like the way you described that one. Just get into a third and manageable. Nice decision-making and took care of the football.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is third and goal. Here's a quick throw right side. Touchdown, Panthers. Jonathan Mingo with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Joseph connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true. But last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26.
10. Fight 60. Ready.
Back to throw, Ritter. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Ritter and the Falcons need an answer, and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack.
Ball is red. Fight. White. Hut, hut.
They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
On 4th down, Bradley Pinion on to punt for the Falcons. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Young on third down. Open man is Mingo. He's got it. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Young. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Hurst makes a catch, a welcome sight to the Panthers, who believe there's still growth in the 6-year tight end. Over 50 catches last season, hoping he is the field-moving tight end Carolina hasn't had since Greg Olson's prime.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Up the middle they go with Sanders. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 6. And they'll send the slot in motion left.
Let's go. Go set. Steal.
Young to throw it. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. They get this out left. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Chark from 10 yards out. And the Panthers have taken the lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope. And now it's blocked. That's a lot of ball scooped up by the offense. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And able to get this out to the 25.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the first running back taken back in April, the former Longhorn, Bijan Robinson. He'll be brought down at the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Shot, 17.
Ritter back to throw. Got his man. It's London. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Purple?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
43 rounds. Ready.
Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's 2nd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Ready?
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Looking for London on the out route complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
For the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Come on, 38. Striker, 3. Striker.
Ritter completes this quickly and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Hey, blue. Black ultra. Dead.
Ritter now. And he'll complete this with Patterson. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Good, my friend.
Okay, ready?
At 3 something.
Slide through. 6. Mega. Ready?
Ritter to throw it. Another completion right back to Patterson. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the Falcons are going to be set up for the first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. They'll run with Patterson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Ritter fires quickly out wide. Touchdown, Falcons! Matt Collins as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
On second down, Young. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Young. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Ready. Drill 52.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. It's a new season. Down to our first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point, and now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Blue striker. Red cycle. Green jack. Cut.
Young to throw it. And Sanders has got it complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That'll be a gain of just a yard. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. Another completion there. You know, we think about the draft back in the spring. He was selected, obviously, the #1 overall pick. There's great money with that, but, Charles, I would think maybe an extra burden, too, or is that not that big of a deal at all?
It actually is in the beginning of his career an added burden, but it's one of those things that if you play well, it becomes something that justifies why you were taken #1. You're fine with that. If you don't play well, it can be an albatross.
Here is Young.
No.
And that will be incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. Throw left side, caught Panthers first down, it would appear. And yes, the chain gang going to move the sticks. They take a risk on 4th and 4, but they get it by a full yard. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
To throw on second down is Young. He's got Wingo. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 74 yards on the ground now for Sanders. He's got a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that whip tackle attempt.
Being chased out left. Young into the slide, and he's got a first down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial game.
Running right, here's Sanders. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Young now. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
On third down, they turn to Sanders, and they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. That's just 32 yards officially from the right hash. Joseph's got it, and they have regained the lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense. And that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back. If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Ready.
Ritter with it after the play fake. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
following the interception. Young. Flush to his right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Ultra, ultra. Real swing. Ready?
Second down, Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hip, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now a carry for Sanders. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. The kick by Joseph is good, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Fight 60. Blaster 6.
Back to throw, Ritter. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Ready.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Shot 17.
On 2nd down, Robert Patterson. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Falcons on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Field, black. Hey, green. Fury, yellow. Hut, hut.
Here's Ritter. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. This is caught inside the 15. And it's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on third down.
Okay,
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
check pink.
One of only 2 rookies to top 1,000 yards on the ground last year. Here's Tyler Algier. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. Ritter, he wants to change the play here.
Black Ultra. Black Blue.
Here's 2nd and 8. As he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that play's a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one.
Ready.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Now they'll audible to something else.
6, mega. Ready.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. John Smith, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. This has definitely been a back-and-forth affair, and now they have the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, and they gave up the field goal on that last drive, as we remember, but it felt like their offense told them, don't worry about it, we got your backs. We'll come back with a touchdown of our own, and they did.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Ritter will throw for it. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they try to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here.
Good focus.
Tyler from that line when he sets up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Young on 3rd down. Open man is Mingo. He's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, to watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Slot man moves right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. He'll fire this complete to Hurst down the field.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Come on, set. Black one. Ready?
Now Sanders.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time on the clock.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Young to throw. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. So a nice throw there. And CD, I have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
Now you know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time. The dazzling plays, they'll come and with experience. But right now, we're seeing him handle the game, make all the smart plays, and the right reads.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here it is, 4th and inches. Going for it with Sanders. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Check right. Switch, yellow. Hut, hut.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Well, Bryce and that Panthers offense, they're going to stay out there and go for 2. They'll turn to Sanders. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Ritter. That's caught by Pitts. Huge first down by Hurley.
Yeah, they have to get up there, get set, and then spike it.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
Go red. Red, cycle. Set.
Ritter. Throw left side, there's London. And they'll get to it after a gain of 7 to the 47. Here's Ritter. And he can't get it thrown away. He's taken down. Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone.
On the double.
A final shot now for Ritter. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines.
Back on my ways, missing my girl, I ain't seen her in days. What can I say? I'm out in the baby, trying to get paid. Look what I made. Thousands of people ignoring this J. I never change. Can put myself back in the minimum wage. Gotta keep all in this crunch time. Eating these rappers is lunchtime. You the man on me sometimes. End your career with a punchline. The industry put me in the front lines. I'm in mine. Getting money in my bloodline. Talking on mine. Keep with a rip. Don't want talking, but they about to dip. Been a name for me real quick. Ain't gon' stop till my net worth millions. Going school, I dropped out.
I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper. Surrounded by family, I'm not with other people. They say I got my pop's demeanor and mother's features. The garden's still private as ever. The gang thriving together. Your boys striving to be the most dominant ever. The hardest white boy since the one who rapped about vomiting sweaters. I hope
I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got 'em excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got cheesy.